Don't let the dark pull us under. Silver wires across the skyline. Signals fade, but you're still on my mind. I trace the static in the dark, like constellations falling apart. I don't wanna lose the sound, but the silence pulls me down. We're silent echoes, drifting where the light goes. Caught in currents we can't control. Fading voices low, vanishing Just how much I gotta show, but I figured it out. Two hearts make good friends sometimes. You got in mine. And I gotta get out, finding thoughts inside my head that you got in mine. I'm getting far, tired of fears around, along and burning down, soft hands in love. How can I feel tired of fears around, but I'm alright now, and I'll never know just how much I gotta show. I figured it out. Two hearts make good friends sometimes. You got in mine. And I gotta get out, finding thoughts inside my head that you got in mine. Two hearts make good friends sometimes. You got in mine.
need to start crafting some swim speed potions. Checking out my nuts.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Another day gone, seems I just arrived. All so close, but low on time. Moved so far, was so near. Carry the weight of leaving here. Always something on the hill. Always chasing around the bend. Always hoping time stands still. Always knowing the road will end. Caught in tide of wanting, bound in the line of waiting. Been too blind to realize that everything I wanted was right here. Fear of what's ahead, regret of what's behind. Feel so old and short on time. Held my breath, failed to let it out. Carried the loss of time I'm missing now. Once so small, pure and so alive. Grow so fast, learning how to fly. Time has come,
Hey Howard, what's up, man? I'm trying to level up some of my professions here because they're really woefully too low.
Greetings.
Oh, my inventory's a mess. Don't need this. Don't need this. Probably get away without that. Do I need these bracers? Level... Probably not.
Safe travels. You need something? Be careful.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. How you been, man? I've been alright. I've been getting by. Yeah, wife's still dealing with her heart issues, and my wife's still living with her mom and taking care of her mom after her mom had that stroke. And my wife's not doing well. She's basically in hell, but because her dad's a real asshole. But I'm doing alright. Can't complain too much. Yeah, my wife's not having a good time. She's in a really bad situation right now. There's nothing I can do about it because I gotta work. I gotta take care of I got a dog and 3 cats here. So my wife's an hour living with her mom, which is an hour from me. So it's just kind of weird, you know. Honestly, I wish I could just take a vacation. You know, just take like a week off, but I don't have any PTO right now. PTO's all gone. So I can't. It'd be nice just to have like a week off just to relax. I wonder if I should jump over the beach over here. Yeah, let's try. Let's jump over here and see if we can grab some. We haven't seen any floating wreckages, which has been kind of disappointing. This is the rare. Oh, it's not a rare raptor. He's an elite. I think he's elite. Yeah, he's like an elite raptor from the Wailing Caverns. He's called a deviant stalker. And he's a stealth raptor. Like he actually, you know, fades in and out. Well, I don't think he retains that when you tame him. Unfortunately, raptors can't stealth. Like when he becomes your pet, he doesn't retain that stealth ability. At least I don't think he does. I'll have to check my skills. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. This is the elite raptor. No, it's not. Really, alligators. There's like a couple of elite alligators that wander along here. Fish got away. Oh shit. My bobber fell off. Yeah, he's a cool raptor. He's one of the more unique, you know, pet skins, you know. You can't fish this wreckage, unfortunately. Yeah. This is like a wasted wreckage. I'm trying to level my alchemy and fishing. They both are too low. This is not Doomhow. This is Skull Rock. I think it's in the stream description. Server I'm on. This is a hardcore server. We're doing the solo self-found hardcore. So this is an event that the hardcore community started. And what they're doing is they're having guilds that are faction only. So like the guild I'm in, ELFCORE, is Night Elves only. And there's a guild called Herdcore, which is Torns only. And there's a guild called Mechacore, which is Gnomes only. And they're trying to basically, these different guilds are trying to level to max level. And then they want to try to clear all the raid content, which has never been done before. No one's ever done a self-found hardcore guild and cleared raids in vanilla. So it'd be like a kind of a new thing. Ooh, floating wreckage. This would be the first floating wreckage I've actually hit since, I think on this, I'm not, at least since I played this character recently anyway. And these are with mithril boxes too. Come on, baby, give me some boxes. I need some loot, man. I need a weapon, like a really good main hand weapon. Since it's self-found, you know, we can't like use the auction house or anything, so. Oh, it's only iron trunks. Oh, that kind of sucks. Thought it was going to be mithril, but I guess not. Iron's better than nothing. Well, we can always use the Rumsey Rum, but I would have rather had another iron trunk. Ah, bummer. Would like to have gotten another trunk. We actually do need oily blackmouth, because my alchemy is kind of limited on what I can craft right now. The two things I can craft are swimsuit potions and this intellect potion. So, I can't remember what the mats are for the intellect. The swim speed is blackmouth oil and swift thistle, so we need lots of blackmouth. Actually, the swimsuit potions, if you want to fish a lot, swimsuit potions are great. because a lot of times you'll be swimming through like areas like this where you want to skirt the coast because you don't want to get in combat, and swimsuit potions are great for that. Oh, floating wreckage! Give me the trunks, baby. Give me trunks. Our inventory is becoming a problem, it looks like. Nice. Give me the trunks, baby. Give me the trunks. No, that was not a trunk. Come on. Give me the loots. We need like an epic weapon. Wouldn't that be amazing if we like looted one of these trunks and had like an epic weapon? I would just be like, it would like make my week. I don't think I've ever looted an epic weapon from a trunk. Come on, epic weapon. Oh, you bastard. Oh. No epic weapons. Oh. No epic weapons. Bummer. Wouldn't that have been cool if we got some sort of a nice... Oh, another trunk. Trunkorama. Another wreckage. Ah, the strangle kelp. The strangle kelp. And more strangle kelp. And oh my god, a more strangle kelp. That was kind of lame. All right, we'll take a quick peek around the corner, and then we're actually gonna go back south and see if we can get some better fishing spots. We got 2 spots here. Fishing is the true WoW end game.
Your words hang heavy in the night. Shadows flicker, but there's no light. I laugh along, though it's not right.
You know, one of the coolest things is like this wall right here goes right into the dead mines. Like you don't notice it as much here, but when you play, if you play Turtle WoW, fish got out. We need to level up. That's okay. What is this? Let's grab this life root. Let me look at these chests again. Oh, I hadn't opened this one apparently. Page wave. Alright, let's do this.
We move through moments on repeat. Every line stumbles, then retreats. I trace the patterns at your feet, but nothing shifts, just broken beats. I'm tired of echoes that don't stay. Fading voices drift away. I need something real.
Here, you're alive. How disappointing. I've also survived, no thanks to you. Did I not bring you some glee, Mr. Oh, look at me, now I'll burn all the memories of you.
What's noticeable on the boat? What did you say? Something's noticeable on the boat? Oh, you. Come on, we need some more floating wreckages, especially we need to get the mithril boxes, which are further down south. I don't think I've ever been able to cast into this floating wreckage here. I think I've tried like 1,000 times. Yeah, there's just no way. Just can't get it. It's a wasted wreckage.
You say you wanna find the perfect air to breathe, but all I want is you. You're waiting for a miracle, but you are a miracle.
Oh, that is the elite one too. Shit, there's the elite crocodile.
Enough for me. Never
All right, man.
wake up
Have a good day. Have a good day, Howard.
'cause you are everything. You are everything. You are everything. You say you wanna build the perfect world for me, but all I want is you. The stars will shine, the moon will rise, the seas will calm when you are by my side. By my side. You are all that I will ever need.
Shit, another elite crocodile.
You say you wanna paint a picture just for me, but all I want is you.
Two floating wreckages. Drool.
Sleeping silent in the night, a million colors swimming in your eyes. In your eyes, you are all that I will ever.
Still only ironbound chunks, though. I would have thought we would have. I would have thought these would have been mithril, but I guess not. Kind of a bummer.
I never wanna wake up from this dream, 'cause you are everything.
Maybe this one will be mithril, probably not. Oh shit. Hey, what's up, G? Has my inventory? It's a mess. I'm trying to figure out what to get rid of here. You know me, my inventory is always the best. How you doing, JP? Look at that. We're like looting. We're looting like trunks and boxes. We can't even loot them here. It's so sad. We're gonna have to do some inventory management here real soon. Oh boy. We do have a heavy. Okay, cool, sweet. Patent Swift boots, really? Heavy leather. Do I have? Yeah, I do have a stack of that going. Leather. Thick leather. Yeah, I got one of those going.
The day is late, my path remains.
Ooh, we got a bow. Better than my bow, too.
Couldn't stay the same.
It is.
Sign of life,
It is, Timmy.
far from home, but
Maybe we can get a couple more floating wreckages here. Oh, there's one right there, baby. There's one right there. We got 3 minutes left on our foot bobber here. One good thing about this server is there's not that many people on this server, although there's a lot more people on now than there used to be because of the hardcore event. But so the fishing's been really good, and then just even questing on the server is really good because it's not so crowded. I mean, it's nice to have people on your server, but when it's really crowded, it makes doing like fishing and questing and stuff be a real pain in the ass. Oh, that was a really bad one. Well, I mean, not really bad, but only got one trunk.
Shadows swim across the ceiling. Static hum, the night is breathing. I'm a ghost inside your mirror frame.
Come on, give me some trunk love, baby. Trunk love. What do you trunk love?
And the world turns slow like a
Hold on a second. We need some trunk love. I'm not getting it though. The thing is that you can't, when you're fishing, you can't skip the regular nodes, like the regular, like like floating wreckages nodes, because when you fish those nodes, then a empty node location is now in existence, which means a new node's going to spawn, and the new node that spawns could be floating wreckage. So the best way to get floating wreckage nodes is to constantly fish every node. So you're forcing new nodes to spawn and give yourself a chance to have a floating wreckage spawn, so because it's just random. I'm gonna go down south just a little bit and see if we can maybe get lucky. There's a what is here? Okay, I can't get categorized wisdom skills too low. My excuse me, my herbalism's too low. I wanted to level, but when your professions are falling behind, you can't. You got to catch them up.
It's too late for us now. We've gone. It's gone. Could go where we started.
I'm not gonna be able to fish this one. I'll get in combat probably. These guys are level 41, so not worth fighting. Well, no luck. No nodes at all, really. Alright. I think we're gonna head out. I spent a good hour and 20 minutes fishing, which was much needed, actually.
I buy and trade.
I mean, I already made like 2 gold fishing, and let's see how much money we got now. We'll probably get quite a bit more. Yeah, another like what? Alright, what else we got? What else we got? We don't need this anymore. Oh shit, if we're gonna use the bow. 2.6. Actually, the gun's got a higher crit. I like the bow though. Can't sell this. I think we can safely get rid of this and switch it over. Get rid of this.
Farewell.
No, not yet. Not yet. I just going back to town.
Good day to you.
Waves take me down underneath.
I am just looking at my inventory and seeing what a disaster it is.
It's all a game, so
I don't know how many briars. No, I do. Good.
it's all a game, so make it echo, echo. It's all a game, so figure. It's all a game,
I'm just trying to
echo, echo.
clear room.
See you around.
We got lots of inventory issues right now. Before I forget, let's get some arrows.
What can I do for you? Have a good one. I buy and trade.
Oh, black moth oil. I make 5. Yeah, I think so. I like them better. I like this. Plus, they're not as noisy. Just the sound of the gun can be a little annoying sometimes. I really needed more oily blackmouth, but that's all I had.
Be careful. Light be with you. For the
Let's see what
Alliance.
we can make.
When you said, still mean a thing. Where the tears
Vishnu Dalviye.
Nice.
Go in peace.
That takes 2 of each. Shit.
did you think I wouldn't care when I did I write it down,
Need help?
write it down.
Light bless you. Looking for something specific? Go with honor, friend.
Inventory is full. What?
Help you find something?
inventory. Like so, like Cyber. Yeah, actually, on private servers, I was able to modify the actual config files on the hard drive and actually change the sound of the gun to whatever sound. I actually changed the sound of the gun to be the sound of like a bow. When I was shooting the gun, it just sounded like I was shooting a bow, which is pretty funny. I don't know if I have any mage row in the bank. I hope I do.
Hello.
We got 4. And my inventory is full yet again. Don't need this anymore. Alrighty then. What am I at first aid? I gotta be. I'm at now. Okay. We're getting there.
Have a good one. Looking for something specific?
And we're really struggling for inventory space here.
Go with honor, friend.
We don't need that recipe.
Need help? Light bless you.
All right. We need to get this recipe. I said figure out where I want to go next. So yeah, our alchemy's. I mean, our first aids, yeah, that's fine. Our alchemy's still low, much lower than we want it to be. Obviously, 133 sucks. So we need to level that up. Got to try to keep the the alchemy and the herbalism skill up to the level of kind of the zones that we're leveling in. I don't even have a headpiece. Wow, that sucks. What was my herbal? Herbalism's 173, so even that's a little bit on the low side. I'd like to get that over on 190 and 200.
Open for business.
Where's the fires?
See you later. travels.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think what level did I go to. I go to Daenerys at like higher level. I'm not sure where we're gonna go now. We're like level 38. These quests are kind of annoying. Honestly, I'm thinking South Shore. Alright, we can do the Murlocs in South Shore. There's like 3 quests we can do here. What level are the ogres is the question. What level are the ogres? Oh. But we can't really go there yet because I like to go there when my herbalism skill is high enough that I can actually pick the winners by it. And it's not high enough yet, I don't think.
Need help?
Rock Mountains.
Go with honor.
I'm hungry. I wish I could just take the day off work today, man. That's not gonna happen. You know, being that it's self-found and hardcore, it's like getting alchemy leveled as high as we can, as fast as we can, is the most important. I can't take today off. I have no PTO. I got no PTO. Even if I wanted to take today off, I couldn't. Because of my wife's medical problems, I've been behind the 8 ball on PTO for years, for literally years. Because my wife's been through like 10 or 11 different, procedures. So every time she goes in the hospital, I take a day off, And then every time she's got heart problems that scare her, we end up going. I've been in the emergency room probably 15 times in the past 2 years, probably. So between like 15 trips to the emergency room and like 11 trips to the, she has to do these like, she's done so many scopes where they go up through her veins. Like, she's done so many, she can't even hardly do them anymore. Her veins have been damaged too much from them sending cameras up her veins. It's horrible. Yeah, it's terrible, dude. It's just terrible. And I've never really been able to get caught up on PTO because I'm always, every time I get a few days, I always take them for some sort of medical reason. Or, or I'll take them just for sanity for me, to take a day off and for myself, just to have like a mental break from everything. And that's why I'm always like, I never get a vacation, I never get more than like a, 3-day weekend or something, you know what I mean? So it just sucks. And then my mom's old, like, my mom's 90 years old and she's not doing very well right now. So I'd like to go visit her, but I don't have any PTO to go visit her. She's up in Tennessee. So I have all these like needs for PTO for time for stuff that doesn't have anything to do with me really. I mean, it does, but it's not just for me taking a vacation. It's more like taking time off my wife's, taking time off to my mom. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. I can't complain. I have a great job. Like I'm so lucky. I'm like very, very fortunate to have a good job. So I cannot complain about that. I just didn't, my wife, unfortunately, my wife has a lot of medical issues. A lot of medical issues, like a crazy amount. So, like, if I was single, like, not that I want to be single, because I love my wife, but if I was single, man, my life would be so different, dude. It'd be so drastically different. But I tell you what, if I was single, I wouldn't own a house, which is a bad thing, right? Like, my wife, when I got married, she she cleared me. She set me straight. You know what I mean? I was still drinking and not really being responsible with money, which is funny because when it comes to money, I'm actually better with money than my wife. But when I met her, I was still like kind of going out and just eating out all the time, drinking beer, hanging out at the bars with friends, and at my age, it was kind of a waste of money. Yeah, no, I was single for a long time, man. I'm 56 years old. I went most of my life being single. When I was married once when I was young, like when I was 28, I think. That's when I first got married, my first wife. But then that didn't last that long. It lasted like 5 years, and then so I got divorced when I was like 34 or something, 34, 35. And then I was single from 35 until God, what was it? I guess until 2019 or something. Got married again, and my second wife, 2019. Although she will say that I never been married before. She's like, "There's no first wife. What are you talking about?" But I mean, yeah, my first marriage was so long ago. I don't even really, don't ever really think about it. Like I never felt like I was married. Like that first marriage was so long ago, and it didn't last that long. So I was like, I never really think about it. Yeah, I think it was 2019. We've been married 6 years. But yeah, I mean, I went from so let's say I got divorced on my first marriage in I guess it would have been like 2002 or 2003. So from 2003 to 2019, I was single pretty much. I mean, I went like you know 16 years being the bachelor bit pretty much. I dated girls here and there, but I was in no serious relationships for 16 years. I was just the party animal, going out with friends, drinking beer, going to bars. I did that for 16 years. So when I got married to my wife now, she kind of put the kibosh on that and said, "You need to fucking get a house and start thinking about, the second half of your life. Start thinking about what are you gonna do when you retire and all that kind of stuff." And so if I hadn't met the wife that I have now, I wouldn't. Wouldn't be good. I can tell you that. I'd be a lot worse off than what I am now. So even like health wise, because I don't drink anymore. I quit drinking like 3 years ago, so I don't drink anymore. And so if I wouldn't have met my wife, I'm sure I'd be physically like in a lot worse physical shape. Because I'd probably still be drinking. All right, let's see. I think there's a weapon here, but I think it's a mace. I don't think we can use maces. Keep looking, hoping I'll get like an upgraded weapon.
How are you?
I'm okay. I wish I had some better drink, but I don't really want to pay all that money for it. So, So let's check the recipes. I think we already know barbaric leggings. No, we already know raptor, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and.
Have a good one.
All right, we're gonna try to do a little bit of herbalism, and then I'm gonna get to bed. And then I'm probably gonna get to bed. But we have this cool add-on installed that shows me where it's called "Where's My Guildies," and it shows, like you can see on the map, it shows where all my guild members are. Like there's one here in Teldrassil. There's one down here in Darkshore. There's one over here in Loch Modan. It's pretty cool. Oh, for the 100 macros? Yeah, no problem. I don't remember which ones I gave you, but cool. Yeah, the 100 mac. Yeah, I have an extensive list of macros. How can there be no herbs here? This place is usually riddled with herbs. If there's no herbs here, that means somebody's been coming through here picking herbs. Ah, here's one. I don't see. I can't get Khadgar's Whistle. Let me see what level it is. Oh man, what am I at? I know my herbalism sucks. 173. Fuck, that's not good. This is like 190 or something. 185. Oh man. The herbalism here might be a little bit too high, because I know the gold thorn's like 190. Yeah, I'm thinking this might not be good. Well, it's not a PvP server, so we could just go grind some XP for a little bit. The all-in-one pet macro? I don't think I gave you that, because I don't have an all-in-one pet macro. I mean, I have a certain way I do things. I've played WoW for so long that I just have like a certain macros I use, certain, you know. I create the same macros. I have the same keybinds. Everything's the same, you know, pretty much. Oh, I might have given you. Yeah, it might have been. Okay, I know I can get Steel Bloom. And I can also get King's Blood. Nice. Oop. I wonder what my bow skill is. It's probably not as high as it could be. Oh shit, it was like 1. I forgot about that. That's amazing when you think about it. I'm a level 35. I want you to think about this. I'm a level 35 Night Elf Hunter. Level 35 Night Elf Hunter, and my bow skill was 1. Was literally 1. Like, what are the chances of being a level 35 Night Elf Hunter and your bow skill is 1? That means the first range weapon I used was a gun. You know, and you can't even, which means I had to go all the way to you know, to Ironforge to get it, which is hilarious, man. That means I went to Ironforge early, man. All right, well we gotta use my bow here just to skill it up. Yeah, it probably was, because I probably, what I might have given you was like a big, huge list of macros, because I've got, like I said, I've got an extensive list of macros. I know you're hurting. Fucking-
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
This is getting a little scary here, guys. Oh, this is getting really scary here. This was getting a little bit too scary. I don't like what I'm seeing. Fuck me. And the reason that we got into trouble right here, guys, just so you know, is because we switched the bow. Because I'm sitting here trying to use my bow to shoot mobs, and my bow skill's like, you know, it was like 20 or something. It was like 1, so I was doing no damage with my ranged weapon. So we had to bugaboo out of there, man. We just had to get out of there. If I would have gotten like rooted by another spider there, I probably would have been dead. All right, let's go ahead and buff up. Let's get some buffs going here. Let's make this a little easier on ourselves. Yeah, that's you got to be careful sometimes. You know, like if you're not paying attention and you're like, oh, you know, equip a new weapon and your weapon skill's really low. All of a sudden, you get into combat and you get 2 mobs on you, and you're like, oh, I'm not doing any damage. And my gun, I already sold the gun. I didn't have any bullets. It's not like I could just switch back to the gun. So, yeah, WoW was fun. WoW was so funny that way, man. Just takes a couple of interesting little circumstances to screw you up. Alright, let's go ahead and just be careful. Let's level up our bow skill to get that out of the way. Because running around with a shitty bow skill is not a good idea. I'm just spamming Serpent Sting to try to level up the bow skill. Alright, let's make our way back. But now we're going to fight our way through these mobs. Yeah. Oh yeah, I had to feign death and trap one, and I was doing everything I could to make that encounter easier, but when we aggro the buzzard on top of my my pet almost being dead and all that kind of stuff, it was getting ugly. The worst part is anytime you fight these spiders, they're gonna root you, so you just do not want to get rooted. That's the death of a hunter. Once your pet's almost dead, if they kill your pet and root you and you got 2 mobs on you, you're kind of cooked. Now I gotta figure out where it was, where all those herbs were that I was trying to pick up. I guess they were back this way. Really? I haven't done on 3? I guess so. Feels awkward. Where's all those damn herbs we saw? Oh, here they are. There's that one. Alright, we're gonna fight our way through these mobs. I don't want to get in the same situation we were a minute ago. Need to raise my bow skill anyway. Yeah, you can see there's tons of spiders and shit around. There's like 3 spiders here. There was like, this is actually a really, like, this zone has actually always been really dangerous because of the buzzards really wander around, and the combination of the buzzards wandering around and the spiders rooting you in place. It's always really easy to get like, you know, like a raptor, a spider, and a buzzard on you. It's like, and then you try to run away and the spider roots you, and it's just like, oh shit. So it's always been kind of a dangerous zone. And the mob density is really high too. This is my trap. Oh, did we do one where I only relied on getting weapons from crates? What? Did I do that? Did I actually do that? I did, didn't I? Whatever happened to that one? Did they die? Did I give up because it was so hard? Dude, that's a good one. I forgot about that. No, I vaguely remember. Dude, my memory is so bad nowadays. Because of my getting old, but I do remember that. I do remember that. But I don't remember what happened. I don't remember like if we died or we just gave up. I'm pretty sure I still have that character. Unless I died. I probably gave up because it was probably too brutally difficult. But I remember that. Yeah, we could only use weapons from crates. Now, did I allow fishing? Let's see if we can find it on my YouTube channel. I'm just going to search for crate. Here it is. Okay, let's see what server it was on, because we should be able to find... Okay, it was Doomhow. Maybe that's why you thought Doomhow, JP, because this one was on... Well, let's see if she's still there. Dude, that's hilarious. I forgot. That would be fun to go back and play that again. I've done some insane challenges. I did the all gray gear warrior. Remember that one? The all gray gear warrior, and I stopped doing that one. She didn't die though. She was like level 30. I think she was like 35 or 36. I got her to 36, which is freaking hard. Try leveling a gray gear only character, like with no auction house, no trading. It is so difficult. Okay, so it was Doom. Okay, so it was my other account, right? So here, hold on a second. $10 days left on this account. World of Warcraft Classic. Yeah, maybe we can pick that one up some other time. Yeah, 4 characters. See, this is it. This is it. She either died or I gave up. Because it was... Okay, she didn't die. Look, dude, level 19. There she is, man. And then here's one of the videos from it. So it was a single self-found melee hunter. Crafted armor is usable. Weapons from chests and crates are usable. So the only armor I could use was craftable armor. And the only weapons I could use had to come from crates. But does that include fishing? Because you could fish up crates, right? Holy fuck, I'm logged out in a scary spot. I can't believe I logged out right next to a bunch of level 18 Nagas. That's... Dude, there it is. Yeah, we are using a chipped quarterstaff. And we would definitely be a leather worker because, you know, we can use crafted ability, right? I've crafted armor. I wonder what I was doing over here. Oh, I actually was doing this quest. Man, I was being ballsy if I was trying to do level 20 quests with, like, gray weapons and shit. So what was my weapon then? My ranged... Oh, I don't even have... Where's my ranged weapon? I don't even have... Oh, I'm melee hunter. Oh, this is... Okay, so this is melee. This is true melee hunter. See, like, if you look at my abilities, no ranged abilities whatsoever. So this is a true melee hunter leveling build, or leveling challenge. Like, if we look at my skills, I bet I have no ranged skills whatsoever. Bow 1. I don't even have a bow equipped. I forgot about this. If I had remembered this one, I would have picked it back up. I love doing these types of challenges, like these like more difficult challenges. These are great. Like I have no ranged abilities. I'm so used to, just like right there when I went to start combat with this bear, like my immediate reaction was to run up and hit my D key because my D key is Serpent Sting. So I always normally like do like Serpent Sting, you know, and then go in and do melee. So this is like a totally true pure melee hunter. Look at that, 108 damage with that chipped quarterstaff is bringing in some big deeps. Dude, that is crazy. Now I want to play this character because that's so cool. The thing that people don't understand, like melee hunter, like it simplifies a lot of things about the hunter class because you don't have to worry about training your ranged abilities whatsoever if you don't use ranged abilities, ranged weapons, and then but it also makes you have to like figure out how to play your character in a different way. You have to be very proficient at using your pets, and like I've got 2 unspent talent points. I definitely was going into my normal. Oh, you know, the reason I probably have 2 unspent talent points, what level am I? I'm 19. Is because what happened was I got enough talent points to get Savage Strikes, and I was debating whether or not I should go further down in this tree to get Clever Traps, or if I should just go ahead and start working on my pet. And I think I should work on my pet, like because the problem is to get down to here, you've got to put 10 talent points in, which means we've got to put these 2 talent points into probably, you know, Humanoid Slaying. Actually, you can tell that I did put 1 in to Humanoid Slaying, which I think is probably a mistake. I think for this particular setup, the best build to do is do 5 out of 5 here, deflection, grab Savage Strikes, and then immediately go into BM tree, just to make your pet like kind of tanky. And yeah, more content later. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it now, but I mean, just seeing this character and remembering what I was doing, it definitely makes me want to play this character. I'm like, I want to get in here and be like, yeah, I like challenges. This is way more challenging than the other character. Look at those crits with that Raptor Strike, though. 100 damage? What is this weapon? And this is only a level 17 staff, and it's hitting for 100 damage? Jeez. That was like bada bing, bada boom. Oh, but we, you know, one of the reasons I forgot. One of the reasons probably we are hitting so hard is we're getting, this is one thing people don't know that well. Is if you're going to do a melee hunter, you got to have a wolf, man. You have to have a wolf. Because that Furious Howl, what happens is the Furious Howl is going to buff you. Like, if you look at Furious Howl, let's go ahead and put it on our bar here just so we can see it. It's going to basically add 9 to 11 extra damage to your next physical attack, but that calculates into crit damage. So if you can see 9 to 11 is quite a bit, so let's just average that out to 10. And we look at my weapon, which does 17 to 27. So with the Furious Howl buff on me, I'm not doing 17 to 27. I'm doing 27 to 37. So, and then you calculate that into an actual crit strike with your staff, your crits are going to be much bigger, like much bigger. So, I mean, you could be critting like 25, you know, your damage could go up by like, you know, 20 points of damage over what your normal crit would be. So yeah, Furious Howl is for a melee hunter is just, it's like mandatory, and people don't really, because most people don't know the melee hunter like I know the melee hunter. But what's my fishing skill at? That's a good question. It is 147. It's almost maxed already. There's no slacking on this character, man. 147 fishing. But watch, we got the Furious Howl buff on, right? It's on. You can see I'm blue, right? Open up with Raptor Strike. Boom, look at that crit. 110 damage. That's a Furious Howl buffed Raptor Strike crit. Dude, I want to play this character now. Damn you, JP. No, we don't want to kill this one. Here, let's kill him anyway. We got the buff. I don't know. I don't know. What I would probably have to do is literally go back and watch some of the old streams just to see. It says only crafted armor is usable and only found weapons are usable. So it says found weapons. So yeah, so if it's only found weapons, then crates would definitely work. Yeah, fishing crates would definitely be considered found, right? Because it's something you find. So I can only use armor that I can craft, which means which is cool because I love dragon scale, even though dragon scale is like the weakest leatherworking. But I like the fantasy aspect of it. I like killing dragons for their scales, to skin them for scales. So yeah. Uh-oh. My computer. Yeah, my computer froze there for a minute. That was weird. Yeah, so it was like a year ago. But dude, what a challenge, man. I love cool little challenges like that. And I've leveled a melee hunter, like straight melee, like no ranged whatsoever, all the way to 60. That was my first, in fact, I think it was my first hardcore character I ever leveled, all the way to 60, was a melee hunter. And it was the most popular stream I ever did, which is crazy when I think about it. I had like on that last video when I like was getting the hunter to 60, I think I had like almost like 100 people in chat in the chat in the stream. It was unreal. For like protection paladin, you're gonna find it. So here it is. Here's the melee hunter stream. And look, there's 42 likes. This was me getting to level 60 on the melee hunter. And you can see, just by looking at my bar, there's no ranged abilities on my bar whatsoever. This was just pure melee. And I was using a two-handed sword. Yeah, it's too bad we can't see the people in stream. I don't know. Like, but like at this point in the stream, I had like almost 100 people watching, which is like the most I've ever had watching. You know, I don't get that many people watching my streams, so having like 100 people watching my stream was like amazing. But what happened was that was back when hardcore was really popular. You know, it was back when hardcore was still kind of new, fairly new, and someone must have passed the word around in the hardcore Discord that a melee hunter, and they called it like Realm First Melee Hunter. It's like the first melee hunter to get 60 in classic WoW. I mean, who knows if I really was, but I probably, if I wasn't the first, I was one of the first people to ever level in hardcore a hunter all the way to 60 without a ranged weapon. So it was pretty cool. See, no joke, I would much rather play this character than the other one. Because I guess the challenge of, you know, doing melee only. And on my original server. Like, the first server I ever played on World of Warcraft was Doomhammer. Right, let's Doomhammer. So this is like my original server. Yeah, well, as far as like melee though, like people will do melee hunter, but they don't really mean it. Like they'll say, "Oh, I'm a melee hunter," but they'll be using a bow, and they'll basically, lots of people will say melee hunter, but what they really mean is they're playing survival hunter, with like maybe an emphasis on doing more melee damage, but they're still like using a bow. When I say like pure melee hunter, I mean pure melee hunter. I mean you don't even equip a ranged weapon. Like what I do on a pure melee hunter is when I log into the character, the first thing I do is I vendor their ranged weapon. I vendor it, and I vendor their quiver. And that way, as you can see, I'll never have a quiver and I'll never equip a ranged weapon. Now I may equip a ranged weapon for as a stat stick, like just to get the stats off of it. But but I wouldn't equip any ammo, so I wouldn't even be able to use it as an actual weapon. It would just be there giving us stats. So that's something you can do. It's just using it for stats, But here we go. This is a Furious Hell buff. But we didn't get the crit. My inventory is full. What like me with a full inventory? I can't possibly even imagine that. What do I have? Let's see, heavy linen bandage. Yeah, we got a little bit of room. I can't even see my bars for some reason. Kelly Hunter? What is Kelly Hunter? Oh, melee. I was like, okay, yeah, like, what are you talking about? There we go. Plus, I got my favorite pet, Hopper. I knew his name without even having to look. Whenever I have this pet, this wolf with this skin, his name's always going to be Hopper. Well, that's cool. Maybe we'll do some. Maybe we'll do a little streaming on this one as well. But it's so funny, man. Only weapons you find in crates. I love it. I love that idea. I don't remember how I came up with that idea, but it was pure genius. Oh, to cross my hearth is Dolinar. Typical Julian. Always forgetting to set his hearth to Darkshore once he gets here. I hate it when I do that. What's my quest log look like? Oh, we got the wrong quest log. I don't like the Guild Wars 2 quest log. I like the original. So we had basically completed this zone pretty much. So probably what it says only, so I can't even use weapons from like rewards. So like I cannot use weapons from quest rewards then, I'm assuming. Let's see if we can find. Oh, that was interesting. I didn't know you could. How did I do that? Did you see that I like pulled out like a... How did I do that? I didn't know you could do that. That was neat. Anyways, did it again. Okay, I'm just trying to copy this text. Okay, so we did. It was 9 months ago. Oh. Hmm. Okay, here I'm level 12. I'm trying to see if I can find like the first one. No. Level 7. Level 5. We're getting closer. I think one of these should be me at like level 1. Whoa, level 7. Level 7? Yeah, okay. Oh, maybe not. Level 5 seems to be the earliest one. Oh, here I was all the way. Wait a minute, look at this. I was in the human area. Whoa. So I took my hunter at level 7 all the way to the human area, which means I took the very, very long swim down the coast to Westfall, which is dangerous at level 7. I wonder why I did that. I wonder what my thinking was to go all the way to the human area. There had to be a reason I did it. It's possible that I wanted to pick up weapon skills, maybe. Since I'm a melee hunter, you know, I might have wanted to pick up like two-hand swords. And I mean, here I'm literally like, so here's the funny part, is apparently what I did was, apparently I said I had to be found weapons. So I'm gonna guess that I actually deleted all my weapons when I started, because I'm punching mobs here. See this? Did I literally level punching people until I got my first weapon? Where's the level fire of this one? I do have Serpent Sting on my bar here, though. That can't be right, because there's no way I could know Serpent Sting. It says single self-found melee hunter, crafted armor. Why would I have Serpent Sting on here? Unless this is just an old macro. Here, hold on a second. Let me... That doesn't make sense. Now I gotta look. Why would I have Serpent Sting? There's no way I would have Serpent Sting. I gotta verify that did I learn it by accident? Oh shit. I don't want to log into this. Come on. I'm not trying to log into retail, bitches. Cancel. Quit. Hello. Fucking, I hate how the launcher always like defaults to like retail. Like, why doesn't it default to the last thing you did? It's so annoying. And then it never goes to the server. Like, it doesn't default to the last mode I play. It doesn't default to the right server I was playing on. It's just... Every time I open up WoW, I've got to switch it to Classic from retail. Then I've got to log in. Then I've got to change servers. But yeah, I think I did punch. But what really bothers me is I saw Serpent Sting on my bar, and that doesn't make sense. I wouldn't have learned. And see, here is Serpent Stings on here too. I think this is a macro. You can see it says S Sting. See, that's a macro. Because if we go to macros here. See, it's just S Sting. It's a macro. So I shouldn't know Serpent Sting. If we go to marksmanship, yeah, see, look. If we go to marksmanship, I know nothing. I know no marksmanship abilities at all, other than just auto shot, which you get automatically. Yeah, so we don't know Serpent Sting. So that just, I knew that couldn't be right. Yeah, so what I did was I created this character. I probably vendored all her weapons to the vendor. I vendored her ammo pouch or her quiver, and then I punched my way until I found a weapon. And it's quite possible, I don't know what the first weapon I found was. This one, the chipped quarterstaff, I don't remember where I got it. I don't remember where I got it, but I wish I don't understand why I don't have the first stream. Maybe it was a different, this is 9 months ago. Let's just do a search for weapons from chests and crates are usable. Let's search for this. I want to find the first stream. Yeah, we seem to be missing the first stream. Because, I mean, I have a stream where I'm level 5. And this is the starter area, I think. I see here I'm level 8. Two years ago, 1 year ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. I've got a lot of SSF Melee Hunter. Look, here's another one I did 2 years ago. Yeah, that's what I thought. I would love to have seen it from the beginning, you know, because we could put it into a playlist, because I think that would be a playlist people would actually want to watch, you know. So I'm just really disappointed that we don't seem to have the very first one. I mean, I would have streamed it. That's what's freaking me out, is I definitely would have streamed it. That's one of the things I had about YouTube, is trying to find stuff on your YouTube channel is not always easy. Which it should be, which kind of pisses me, because I've, you know, when you stream as much as I do, like if we go live, I don't think you can even search. Well, you can search here. So we want oh, here's one that's only 1 minute and 3 seconds. That's a different one. This video was 1 minute long. Wow, okay, well, it's not the right level. You hear I'm level 18. Here I'm level 17. This is like a treasure hunt or something. Okay, here I'm level 16. And here I'm level 12. Well, we can see at level 12, though, that I'm still punching, right? Here, let's do this. What we're going to do is we're going to... How do I can't add to a playlist from here, unfortunately, it looks like. That was this one, right? WPY. No, it wasn't. Fuck me. It was WPY. This one. And I think crafted gear only means I couldn't use any gear I found either. Like I think what it was I could only use gear I crafted. Like so I couldn't even like use gear that I found. Like I think if we look at my character, let's log back in. I think we'll see that everything I'm wearing is crafted gear. Yeah, so I think it's only weapons we find in chests or crates that we either fish up or just loot, and only gear that we actually crafted. Which means that every type of gear that we loot is vendored. Like everything, except unless it's from a crate, right? And we can probably verify that. But I would like to put those videos into a playlist because I think that would be a really cool playlist for people to watch. I just wish I had the first video, but we do have from level 5, and I think from level 5 you can see that we're probably... And we're going to go back and look at that level 5 video here real quick. I'm so tempted to take off work today. I just don't want to work today. All right, so let's go to... Did we log in? Log into server. Oh, did the servers go down? Shit, the servers are going down for maintenance. I don't know if... Well, it says 7 a.m., so they should still be up. I think they go down at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. my time. Yeah, I was going to say they should still be up. Well, I don't know, man. Okay, so... Alright, so I can see something already. I've got a cloak. I do have a cloak on, though. But what I'm wondering... See, this is crafted. I made this. 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 And I made this. Okay. Everything I'm wearing I crafted. So... Yep. Alright, so we know that it is found weapons only. So we can only use weapons found in crates or in chests or crates. This includes fishing crates. We can only wear gear that we have crafted. Not use any looted gear. All right. Actually, no, this can't put the part number on the actual playlist. Create new playlist. Well, that's the title. What's the name of the playlist? Well, what's the name of the playlist? Oh, so that was the name of the playlist? Ah, fuck me. Okay, we're gonna have to edit that. Oh, so it created a playlist, but it didn't add any videos? Okay. I wanted to add that video to the playlist. Which is this one, right? This is the level 5 one. No, this is not the level 5. Where's the level 5 one? Ah, what a pain in the ass. Well, oh wow, this actually video is listed as private. I don't usually list videos as private. This one's also listed as private. I don't usually list videos as private unless there's usually a reason for that. So that's interesting that those are listed as private. Usually I said something in the video I didn't like I went on a rant, maybe lost my temper or something, and I was just like, I didn't like how I behaved on the stream, and I'll be like, you know what? I was mad about something, or something happened that I didn't really like, that I didn't want people to watch. I didn't think it was good content or something. That's why I usually list stuff as private. It's like I did something I wasn't proud of. Maybe I lost my temper. All right, well, I can't seem to find the level 5 video, which is what I'm looking for. Level 12. No, the music copyright won't do it. Like a music copyright won't make the video private. I don't know why I cannot seem to find that level 5 one again. Wasn't that one? Oh, this has got to be it. This is the level 5 one. Yeah, because I wanted to take this one and I want to save this. Save, and we want to add it to this playlist. And now we want to go back to that playlist. We want to edit this title because it's wrong. Okay, so we got that video. We got to add it to our new playlist. That way we have that playlist. And then I wanted to go back to this one. I want to see this one. So I can tell what I did by looking at this video. I can tell already that these are crafted. Like this chest piece is a crafted chest piece. These bracers are probably crafted. So I'm actually already wearing crafted gear. Right? Oh, I bet I was super pumped. So you could see at level 5 what I was doing is I was running around and getting all my leather. Right? Oh, I bet I was super pumped because leveling just by punching mobs takes forever. Like forever. That's why I'm really bummed I don't seem to have the first video in this series. Which is really weird. Like, if I was doing something like this, I would have streamed it. Like, I would have streamed every video, like every part of it. So I'm hoping that it's out there, maybe just as a weird title. Sometimes what happens is I'll stream, and I'll come up with an idea for a stream, and then I won't give it the right title on that stream, but then the next stream I'll modify the title. And so then what happens is then when I go back and I'm looking for that second stream's title, I can't find the first stream because the first stream's title wasn't the same. So it's just So the other thing you could do is we know when this was actually streamed. I hate it when we know the time that this was streamed. The other thing we could do is June. If we could do a search, again, I say YouTube's searching utilities aren't always the best. Yeah. So if we go here, if we can search by a time frame, then we would find it. Like, I don't know if we can do that in here. Like there's no filters. See, there's no filters. But if it lists the videos, we know that the video was, hold on a second. I gotta write this down. We know it was June 20th, 2025. So all we got to do is hopefully we can sort by date, right? I mean, the YouTube tools just aren't the best. Like for searching through your own content, it's just not the best. We have all this shit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna close this because actually, no, we're not. We'll leave it open. Let's close. What changes? Okay, I don't care. I don't know what changes I made to that. All right, so let's go resorted. And this is going back to my oldest video apparently on YouTube, which is 2012. So we're back. We know it was June 20th. Now we have to go live though. So hopefully we can just go back and find it. I don't know how well so going back through here is gonna work, but we'll try it. Yeah, we're in December 2025. We just need to get to June, December. Yeah, I wish you could just filter this. This is what sucks is that you can't just go in here and filter and say, just show me videos on a certain date range. Like that seems like such a simple thing that you would want. Oh, here we go. Can we do? Yeah, see, when I click filter, it really doesn't give me what I'm looking for. All right, we'll do it the hard way. Let's see if I can do control. Yeah, we'll do this. And look how it's, come on, YouTube. We're getting there. We're in August. Oh, another thing we can do. Let's go 50 rows per page. All right, we're getting close. Should be on the next page. All right, here we go. So this is the first one right here, which is June 19th. Please be number one. There it is. There it is.
Everything else they drop, we can't use.
And look.
So we can't.
Here we go. Let's check it out. I'm still setting up my UI, I can tell. Just mucking around getting up my keybinds and everything. Wait a minute though. Okay, we still have. So I'm still setting up my game. I still have like auto shot. Did I delete? Oh no, we truly have it from the beginning, right? Because this is the intro cinematic.
For 10,000.
And right now I'm just playing with my UI. I don't know why I saved that. That's interesting. I wonder why I saved that. I want to see where I go and delete my bow. Okay, so oh, here we go. So
I'm gonna let the character.
yeah, so here's where I'm talking about it, right? Like what the challenge is. Oh, before we forget, we need to save this to this playlist.
I have to have Raptor Strike. Yeah, we do. No, the naked doesn't matter, but doing the first 6 levels without any weapons at all is just kind of stupid. I mean, it's kind of silly. You're just slowing down the process. But we could try. You know what I mean? If I take my weapons off, then I'm going to be punching mobs for like, a couple hours.
So here we're talking about, am I going to do that? So originally, I think what I was going to do is I was going to use the starter gear and then replace the starter gear with crafted gear and weapons that I found in crates. But in talking to people in the stream, it sounds like they kind of convinced me or kind of talked to me a little bit into not doing that, about basically just doing like going full. And I'm already went full naked, so it looks like I already unequipped my gear. But I guess the thought process was, am I going to use the starter weapon, the starter dagger that I get?
But if you think I need to do that, I will.
And so I'm obviously talking to somebody in the stream. I don't know who, but
If you think that's all part of the challenge,
how do I do that again? How do you show? I hit it. I hit it, but there's a way that you can show it. Oh, there, open panel, see? So it was actually Luca was saying, this will be interesting. Let's see how far you take this character. Yeah, well, it looks like it was Luca here. You say, following the logic of the challenge, you already got pants. Let's be honest, first 6 levels, it doesn't matter if you're naked or not. Well, that's what we were talking about. So I'm using a weapon, but at some point I must have decided not to use a weapon, right? So we killed a couple mobs with our dagger, because we killed 6 mobs. And now we're going to unequip all the starting gear,
well,
right?
I'll tell you one thing. Okay, so the one thing I'm not going to do though, like, okay, so here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. I want to be a leather worker, right? Because I want to be able to craft the, male gear that a hunter can use. So you have to give the character one concession. The one concession is, if I'm going to allow the character to use a ranged weapon, we could say that you can only use weapons that you find. But, right? We can say you can only use weapons that you can find. But you got to be able to buy ammo, right? Because you're not going to be able to craft ammo. I can't craft arrows. Now, if I were to go
So here I was still trying to figure out what the challenge was going to be.
engineering, I think it is, we could craft bullets, but then you completely have ruined the ability
So
to
we were still I was still trying to work around the idea of using craftable gear, meaning craftable weapons as too. Like, oh, I could craft bullets,
any armor, right? Engineering, you can't craft any armor. So you have to have that one concession
Elune be with you.
of saying, you can actually, buy arrows, right? And I've run into this before, and this is just simply because the crafting system in WoW is flawed. Yeah, you would have to, exactly, or buy ammo. Yeah, you have to, like, it's really just a flaw in the crafting system in World of Warcraft.
Somewhere I decided not to use bows at all, right? Because we don't have the bow equipped. So I'm already I already unequipped the bow and I'm just punching mobs. And we're still talking about crafting arrows and stuff. But yeah, you can see, like, we were leveling just after we killed, I think we killed 6 mobs with my starter dagger, and then we got rid of we unequipped the dagger, and then we just went to punching. And this was a 2-hour and 20-minute stream. Just to give you guys some context, this stream's 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I didn't even reach level 6. Right? That shows you how long it takes to level if you're just punching mobs.
No, look, we got it. No, we didn't. That's what I was thinking we had a bow, but that's the one that we got. Let's go sell the bow and get rid of that.
So we're gonna.
We
So
can keep the arrows because, yeah, I'm not gonna make myself buy arrows. That's fine. We can keep the arrows. But we gotta find a bow before we have a ranged weapon.
okay. So what I was doing here. So here's what I did. What I was doing here is I was saying I could use a bow if I find a bow. See, that's what I said. I'm saying I could only found weapons are usable. So what I was saying is I could use a bow if I find a bow, but since the bow I started with I didn't find, I deleted it. That also, but I don't know if I changed that rule later and said, you know what, no bow whatsoever, because I find it kind of hard to believe that I'm like level 18 and I haven't found a bow yet. Finding bows is fairly easy. They drop quite frequently in the Night Elf starting area. But anyways, we'll have to figure that out. I'm going to go to bed and try to get a little bit of sleep before I have to go to work. So, unless I decide to take today off, which is very, I just can't. I just don't have any PTO. I just don't know if I can. I'll probably get in trouble if I took today off, to be honest. Well, but yeah, I'm just wondering because I would have to like watch this video and actually see if I changed my mind about found ranged weapons. Because I think I probably did. Also, since it says self-found melee hunter, I mean, it doesn't say normally when I say I'm a melee hunter, but I'm using ranged weapons, I call it melee hybrid because it's a melee hybrid, meaning that you are a melee hunter, but you're a hybrid melee hunter. I mean, you do use a couple. I do use serpent sting. I do use stings basically, serpent sting, viper sting. But other than that, I use all melee. But when I just say melee hunter, usually that means just melee, like no ranged weapon usage at all. But it's interesting that I was still talking about, I can use a bow if I find a bow here. But I wonder if I changed my mind about that at some point. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go. Well, yeah, it is. I think it's a really fun challenge, and I had forgotten about this challenge. There's a couple challenges. This is one I did. The other one I was doing was, like I said, the gray gear only challenge, and the reason I stopped doing that one is because it became too time consuming. I don't mind doing a challenge if it's difficult, but if it becomes like the gray gear challenge just turned into me grinding mobs that were like 5 levels lower than me. That's all it was, because I couldn't kill anything higher level. Yeah, I know. Thank you, JP. Because I couldn't kill anything higher level because they would kill me. So if I was at level 38 on my gray gear warrior, if I killed like level 38 mobs, they would kill me. What the thing with gray gear only, which is the reason I like the crafted gear a lot better, is that in World of Warcraft, your health comes from your stats mostly. Like your health that you get just from leveling up is nothing, right? Like if you look at your character's health pool, and you're like if you look at a level 60 character, your health pool is like maybe like 4,500 health. If you just unequip all your gear, your health's going to drop all the way down to like 1,600 or something. So your health mostly comes from stats that comes from. So as you level up, what happens is your health does, if you're using gray gear, your health's not changing. It's not going up hardly at all, other than just a couple stamina points you get from leveling. From every time you level up, you get a few stamina points. Your stats go up a little bit. So your health, it's like a curve, right? The way WoW works, it's interesting how it works. The way WoW works is it's on a curve. Like your character starts here, and you have so many stats. Like let's say you have 10 of everything, right? Say you have 10 strength, 10 intellect, 10 agility. As you level up, if you don't continue to increase these stats, your power curve gets drastically affected. So the enemies, like if you look at the enemy's health, and the enemies, let's just say that this line represents enemies scaling, right? Level 1, level 5, level 10. Let's just say this line represents enemy scaling power, and that encompasses their health, their how much damage they do, right? That's okay. Your line, if you are using a gray gear only character where you're getting no stats from gear, you're going to start here, and you're going to go like this. Okay, So as you level up, now you probably, I don't know if you'd really go down in power. I mean, you really do though. As you level up, your power rating versus the enemies is going down. And the reason that is because your your crit rating here might be like, like 6%. If you're not adding any stats at all to your gear, to your character as you level up, your crit goes down. Like your crit may be 6% here, but that's 6% crit versus a level 1 mob. This is a level 1 mob and you're level 1, right? You're level 1, the mob's level 1. Your chance to crit this guy is 6%. If you're level 5 and the mob you're attacking is level 5 and you haven't increased your stats at all because you're not using any green gear or anything, what happens is your crit goes down because the scaling in the game is taking into account the fact that the mobs are getting stronger, right? And that's just the way the game works. So as you go up, you get weaker and weaker and weaker. You need stats to maintain. A great way to look at it is look at your crit rating at like level 1. Let's say your crit rating at level 1 is 5% chance to crit. If you level to level 10 and you don't put any stats on your gear at all, your crit's probably going to be down around maybe like 3%, right? It goes down. It goes down. So as you level up, you're constantly grabbing more agility, more strength, more stats. And that's what keeps your crit going up, right? Right. So let's say I'm level 10, but I've got plus like 10 agility, right? Then I'm probably still going to be sitting around like maybe 5%. I might even be less than 5% to be honest. But anyways, it's just something to look at. So this is why a gray gear challenge is very, very difficult because you're not getting any stats on your gear. And so you're just getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and the enemies are on this flat curve going up. To keep your character at least to the point where you can kill mobs your level adequately, you've got to continually get more stats on your gear, right? Or better weapons. So anyways, it's an interesting phenomenon on the way the scaling power scaling works in World of Warcraft. So, and that's why I kind of stopped doing the gray gear challenge because my character just kept getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and the enemies kept getting stronger and stronger, and it was going to get to the point where, I'm killing mobs that are green, that are the absolute lowest. With I think like 7 or 8 levels beneath you, you can still get experience. I think it might be it might be 8, where they're still green. You know what I mean? So it would be basically me grinding, just killing the same mobs over and over again. They're like 8 levels beneath me, just to level. And and at that point, it didn't feel like a challenge. It just felt like an exercise in a waste. It felt like I don't find that challenging. Like when you're just doing something repetitive over and over again, that there's no challenge involved. Like the only challenge is not losing your mind because it's just so repetitive and mind numbing. That's the challenge. To me, that's not a challenge. Like, you know what I mean? So that's just kind of stupidity at that point. That's why I didn't like the hardcore mode where they did like the ultra hardcore and they did all these add-ons to make your screen turn like your vision like close in on you when you're getting close to death. I didn't find that challenging. I just found that kind of stupid. And so you're just pushing the game somewhere where it really doesn't need to go. So anyways, I'm on a tangent. I'm going to jump in bed and get a little bit of sleep. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.